going on with what it was on
what
the View?
The View ladies was talking about one of these stories. I guess it was a reporter made a comment about Biden and his temper.
Ah, get off my lawn!
Old man Biden. Sound like old grouchy old man. And they like, really?
Why are you guys making noise in the White House?
Get off my land.
Okay.
Leave my son alone. I'm tired of you talking about my son. No, it's not my grandchild.
You know what?
So he claims it, I'll claim it.
He's mad. I think he's mad. Because people kept saying the cocaine found in the White House was his son. People making fun. That's Hunter. Hunter left his cocaine in the house.
Hey, you guys, clean up after him. It's going to get you in trouble.
And then you wishing your grandkids, love your grandkids, you're 6 or whatever. You got 7. Hunter has another one. That you don't even...
Well, you're not claiming it.
So he's mad.
But they made a good point, because think about it. When Obama was president, could Obama be angry?
No.
Not an angry black man.
He got mad one time, I think. And it wasn't even
I remember. He was a little stern.
Oh, he called Kanye a jackass.
Ooh.
And Kanye hated him ever since then.
Kanye is a jackass.
I'm saying he said it back then. He said, you know what? His second term, he said everything.
I know.
Remember, people thought they was
freer.
People thought they was gonna be barbecuing on the lawn in their second term.
Yeah,
they was like, everything the stereotype black was gonna come out in their second term.
Yeah,
but yeah, his second term, he was much more. He was angrier his second term. Joe Biden is angrier his second term.
You think? He hasn't gotten a second term.
Oh, you're right. He hasn't even gotten
That's why some of the ladies was like, can you be a little cool?
You better watch out, buddy.
Alyssa was like, I don't want to see 2 angry men on stage. Trump acting crazy and stupid, and then Biden, you gonna do it too?
You don't really see Trump angry though.
Not angry, but he gets not angry, but he gets frustrated.
He gets frustrated.
What
a man got 150 cases against him.
He's always been like that.
Yeah.
But play the tape. This reporter,
former aides of President Biden, who say in private Biden has a rough temper, and Fox host Lisa Kennedy reacted. Clip, please.
Swearing at people, it's a quirk. Kind of turned me on when I heard that the president gets angry and volatile. I'm not going to lie. I'm disappointed in just about every single thing he has done as president. I think he's just, the economy is wobbling at best. That's a kind way of putting it. His foreign policy is a disaster. He has no idea what he's doing in terms of China and Ukraine. So if he's throwing a few F-bombs here and there, I'm like, yeah, I kind of like it. I'm not going to lie.
Problem? What's her problem? I don't understand what the conversation was.
First of all, Kennedy,
it is a waste of conversation.
Those of us we just got through saying we remember it well, right? Mm-hmm. If y'all remember Kennedy, if y'all remember the 80s, MTV, Kennedy was one of those people that was on MTV. And she wasn't conservative back then.
Kennedy.
The one that was just talking, the girl that's
that lady.
She's older.
Okay, now she's just turned.
Now she's conservative. But that would make sense of her saying she like him dropping the F-bomb.
Yeah.
That's Kennedy. That's the MTV.
I don't like anything he's done, but the F-bomb, yeah.
So that's the part of her that's still MTV.
Yeah.
Like, it makes him seem more natural if to say the F-bomb.
That's true.
But remember, he's the one that said he would take Trump behind the barn and beat him up or something,
up in the alley or something. Yeah,
I just think it's coming. Everything is getting to him. I think he's tired. Mm-hmm. He's old man Joe. He's tired of people talking about him falling off.
They got a son. They talk like you just said. They talking about his policies. They talking about him falling. They talking about him. He fell off his bike.
Y'all have to understand.
Leave old man Biden alone.
We have never seen a president fall as much as Biden. He fell off his bike. He tripped over the sandbag on the stage. He's falling. He's shaking hands of people that's not there.
They talking about how he greeted the royalty with Michelle Obama showing her arms. You're not supposed to do that with the queen.
Yeah, but she wasn't tripping on her.
No, I'm just saying maybe he greeted him wrong.
First issue is putting all the eggs in one basket. They're assuming he's not going to get worse between now and November 2024.
Well, we're holding on, like you said. Something could happen to in the country's best effort to keep him on, where people would be nervous to let him go.
But if you're going to put all your eggs in one basket, that's why I told you Democrats are stupid. You need to really push Kamala Harris. And they're not doing that.
Well, at least
they really need to have her out there, because it needs to be like, just in case.
She's the girl still. she can be in charge.
I know y'all saying old man Biden and him tripping and falling, and he made whatever.
They need to put
but
her
look at, she needs to be like she's
Cheney.
running for president.
Like Cheney.
Thank you.
She needs to be a vice president like Cheney.
We knew Bush was a moron. But Republicans felt confident because they had Cheney.
Yeah.
They was like, he's the one running the White House anyway. So what
things happen and change.
We'll see.
Poor Joe.
And they said, I was watching with the Trump thing. They said that start watching closely Republicans. Now we know why they support Trump.
What do you mean?
He has so many cases against him that the powers that be said he won't be able to be president.
Oh, and the vice president will take on the leadership role as commander-in-chief. So
but they have to back him.
They can't be
because
negative.
of MAGA, and that push is going to get him in there, but they know he won't be able to serve.
Right.
So in their minds, the most important position is that vice president.
And that's why they're tippy and toeing, walking on eggshells, not to stir his fans.
This election is VP on both sides.
Yeah, that's true.
This election. So what I'm believing is happening, I'm going to believe that Democrats have some sense, is they're not pushing Kamala yet because they want to see who his vice president is. Trump's.
Mm-hmm. That's if he wins, though.
As the Republican
you don't
nominee.
have to announce it until you win.
They want to see.
But they want to be on good behavior.
If he gets that Republican nomination,
if one of them would be nominated,
then the Democrats know it's Kamala Harris running against whoever his vice president is. We got to believe that that's what's going on.
And that vice president, like you said, with all Trump's criminal activities going on, he won't be able to serve in that role.
And they were saying, even though he's thinking he can technically do it, he can't. A president cannot pardon himself.
Okay.
So whoever the vice president is, once they become president, they can pardon him.
But if they pardon him, that means that he can take on the role as president again? No.
He won't be president anymore.
Oh.
It'll be a formal exchange of power.
So because he can't take on the role as president in prison
or house arrest or whatever,
the vice president
will become president.
Sworn in kind of thing.
Will become president.
So even if the vice president becomes president and pardons Trump, where does Trump go? Back in the
I try to look at all this stuff because even though I call people morons, I hate to believe that people really are truly that much stupid. There has to be some plan behind these things that people do. Some people are morons, but there are some people that you think they are, but they have a larger plan.
Yeah.
Remember I told you I was watching the background of the overturning the election.
Okay.
And why the FBI is so much into wanting to convict Donald Trump for overturning the election, trying to overturn the election, because it was going to work. When I saw the breakdown of how this plan was put out, I went, no wonder they climbed the...
But you said their ace in the hole was Pence.
No wonder they climbed those walls and said, hang Mike Pence.
Because Pence,
they wanted to stop whatever was going on in that room. They wanted to do it peacefully because they wanted Mike Pence to just say, I'm not going to declare that this is over or done.
Right.
And then they wouldn't have to have climbed the walls and try to go in there and disrupt everything. But because he didn't do what they wanted him to do, they had to go to plan B, which was stop him from doing it.
Okay.
And it would have worked. But they came back, remember, after all that disruptiveness, Mike Pence came back. Mm-hmm. Call him what you want, mother. I gotta get back in there, mother. The Holy Spirit is moving me.
And he was not, as the man of faith,
they thought
to do that.
They thought he was a fake Christian.
Which they always come across.
As much as we talk about Mike Pence,
yeah,
I believe the man is a man of God.
Yeah.
He's just weak.
Yeah.
But he literally said he did what God told him to do.
That's why I was telling you, a part of me thinks that he's not outwardly dogging Trump, even in Trump's because think about it. We keep thinking about the Bible when Saul was trying to kill David. Mm-hmm. He literally was trying to take David out.
But he didn't say anything bad about him.
David could have destroyed Saul and just poof. He said, touch not my anointing, neither do my prophet any harm. David was like, I'm going to let God deal with that. I'm not going to badmouth him. I'm not going to come at him, even though he's trying to kill me. I think Pence is really a born-again believer. He didn't want to dog him out.
And the way that these lawyers explained it was that they could have overturned the election. Because I was thinking, how can you overturn the election?
Right.
If Pence would not have went ahead with the ceremony.
Right.
And called for each state. He could have challenged and said,
County,
I want each state, and kicked it back to the states.
Oh.
Trump, I don't know if y'all know this. This is part of the whole FBI thing. This is why he's going to be convicted. They actually had registers in those states to go on record to say Trump won.
Really?
Yes. And those were people that Jack Smith, the FBI guy, has been calling in and giving them immunity to tell the truth.
Oh my God.
And they're coming in and they're telling the truth. And they're saying, we were told to lie by Donald Trump.
Oh my goodness.
They were going, if this is the way,
plan in place.
And it was all the lawyers who have said this said it was a brilliant plan if Mike Pence would have done what he was supposed to do. Mike Pence single-handedly saved that election. And people don't even realize it. Because God told him what to do.
Mother.
He was supposed to kick it back to the states.
Yeah.
They were going to go to those states that Trump had supposedly, they said, lost, where they said it was voter fraud. And the registers was going to say, we retallied or whatever, Trump won. Now, the person who was listening to the lawyer said that wouldn't have worked because you know that the Democrats would have challenged it. Yes. And guess where it would have gone? To the Supreme Court.
Which he has.
Remember the hanging Chad year?
Yeah.
Y'all remember that? Democrats were supposed to win that year. Florida with the hanging Chad. And where did it go? The Supreme Court.
To make the decision.
And they said, no, you can't count those. And the Republican won. It would have gone to the Supreme Court. And they would have said, we agree, the registers, we will say what they said. But then the lawyer, another guy came back and said, yeah, but then, the House would have challenged the Supreme Court.
Right.
They don't have enough votes. The Republicans in the House would have said what the Supreme Court said was right, and Trump would have won the election.
So
they had a brilliant plan
to overthrow,
and Pence messed it up. That's why they wanted to hang Mike Pence.
But how would they have known about the plan? They was just mad because
they was listening to Trump.
Was mad.
They was listening to Trump.
They had no clue what the plan was.
But he was telling them to stop. We're going to go up there and we're going to stop Mike Pence from doing. That's why those
got
people
everybody to cheer. Get him. Or not to get him to cheer, but they wanted to because he was disliking them because he wasn't listening. You're not even trying to help me and get fair, justice be done.
They wanted the FBI, and this is why everybody's like, why is the FBI so much into this whole thing with the overturning? They don't ever want that to happen again because that was a brilliant plan that could have disrupted our whole system.
But you know what is so funny? Because some other countries, They don't do all that. They just take the person's life.
Yeah, they give them some
Isn't that sad?
some poison,
like in Haiti, they took the man's life. The man that was over. They don't poison them like Russia. They don't go through this extremeness, but they got to with our country
because we're free.
Yeah, we like the liberty that we have in this country.
That was the plan. Wow. So a lot of people, when these lawyers were talking about it, they said everybody keeps laughing at Trump. Like, oh, get out of here. You actually think, no, it would have worked. It would have worked. Okay. But Mike Pence messed them up.
Well, we can give thanks to
this
him for
mega lady went off.
A man of integrity.
This mega lady, he was having a little meeting where he was town hall thing type of thing, and this mega lady went off on him and said that all you had to do was just do what you were supposed to, which is not do whatever. He said that would have been going against the Constitution. I had a constitutional bound to do what I was supposed to do. And he said, and you know what? God told me I did the right thing.
Really?
And she couldn't say anything back. And she's a mega person. So she said, I may not agree with him, but I believe what he said.
Because think about it. How can you go against something that's following a law and a rule and not being
and what God tells you to do?
Yeah. Because what God tells you to do something, it makes sense. He does things decently and in order.
Not out of order.
He's not a God of confusion, not the author of confusion.
So
okay,
that was something I was amazed about that.
Not get, you tread and trying to get.
And I think all of that, I guess I'll bring it all full circle, plays into why Biden is yelling at everybody and screaming and everything, because he knows, number one, he was this close to not being the president of the United States. Nobody wants him to be the next president of the United States, not even his own party. Wow. It's almost like you're the kid when they picking the teams and you're the last one. And by default, the other team has to have you.
I was always that last one too.
Don't you feel bad?
Yeah, like
and
nobody
then,
want me on
and then when you walk over, see, I wasn't that. I had no sportsmanship, but I was funny, so I was always in the middle of the crowd. Okay. I was never the last one like you. Okay. But by the time they got to the ones like you, we wasn't even looking anymore. We talking about what we gonna do, and then the person picking us like, pick me. They don't even pick you. The other person picks the other person, and then you just walk over to your team.
I know. I'm by default. I'm on the team by default. That's just embarrassing.
Joe Biden is the presidential nominee for the Democrats by default.
Oh, well, we'll see. I don't want to push them down that
Well, how much you want to push him down, Lenore?
There's some things that he has done that's okay.
Okay.
I mean, so I don't know if do people have more negative than positive for him as president?
I don't know.
I mean, it could be worse. We could still be under Trump.
Let's see. Wendy says, double Dutch Jacks hide and seek climb trees. Lemonade stand. Oh, you must be going back to Obama. Tan suit. Oh yeah, he wore that tan suit. They lost their minds. Trayvon would be my son. Oh, yeah. Remember he said that. Emerald says, I won't laugh at him. I tripped over someone's foot the other day and hurt myself. Wow. See? In 3 places. Queen said, but at least it's somebody's foot, Emerald.
Well, no, those were bags that was on the stage.
But he's been falling over nothing, too.
Oh.
Queen says, Trump, blah, blah, blah. Sleepy Joe. Laugh out loud. Wendy says, I agree, Kim. They should put Kamala out front. And Emerald says, I was always last by default, too. Emerald always has identity with you. I noticed that.
Thank you. We share a lot.
Y'all share a lot, Emerald.
That's okay.
I noticed that. Emerald,
if I had to redo my life again in high school, I would have gone into theater.
Not sports.
I was always a bench warmer. I was with the girls because they was fun and I like them, but I was not a good athlete.
Okay. Well, speaking of athletes, that's a good transition.
Okay.
Larson Pippen, traumatized by Michael Jordan, who not wanting him to be with his son.